Hello everyone, this is FilibusterFox, and I'm going to bring you a quick look at Gratuitous Tank Battles. It's a fairly new release on Steam. It came out a day or two ago, and I picked it up because I played Gratuitous Space Battles from the same developer, Positech Games, and, well, that was a really good game. But the thing that sold me was unit design, for both of them, really, because you design your own units, and I've always been a really big fan of that, since, like, Masters of Orion 2 when I tried it. So, what this game is it is a tower defense game. Quite simply, that's it. It's a tower defense game. You can attack or defend, though, which kind of mixes it up a little. And, of course, being able to design your own units and turrets certainly adds a degree of depth to it. So let's have a look at the unit designer, the most interesting selling point of this game. Now, right here we have one of the basic things. Now, sometimes I've been crashing on this lately. I'm hoping for a patch soon that will fix this up. But let's have a look at, say, we'll go with a heavy tank. Alright, we'll just clear this. FF looks at heavy tanks. Alright, and it is awesome and cool. That is the description for my heavy tank. You can change the name to whatever, and your description as well, just like I showed you there. Alright, let's have a look here. Now, the parts you can add to the tank are on the left here. Those go in these gray slots. And these yellow, or well, orange slots are using the augmentations from the side. You'll notice that I don't have everything unlocked yet because I haven't played it a whole lot. It's still fresh and new. And I've been busy with other things. But as you progress, you'll unlock parts from which to further improve your vehicles, unless you'll have to come back and design new things as you go. Alright, so I'm not going to make this a fast vehicle. This is all about strength and power. It's going to punch through the lines, though it's going to do it kind of slowly. So I'm not going to spend a lot of money on an engine. You kind of see the balanced out stats here. Each item you add will adjust the specifications of the vehicle. The heavier the item, the slower the vehicle will end up going, unless you've got enough thrust to compensate. You've got, obviously, the armor, hit points, and shields, and whatnot, and the cost. The more the cost, the fewer the vehicles you can place. I don't care. This is going to be an expensive vehicle. I'm going to get the best targeting system I have, the best reloader, the best plasma cannon. See, that's good versus armor. Now, this game uses a paper, rock, scissors kind of combat system. There's shields, armor, and infantry, which is kind of the defensive choices there. Like ballistic weapons are good against shields, energy weapons are good against armor, and machine gun sort of weapons are good against infantry. They tend not to do well against the opposite types. So, for example, this plasma cannon, very good against armor, not so good against shields, and pretty bad at hitting infantry. So, you have to set a balance of units that are able to take out different targets and think the same way defensively to prevent them from breaking through. You get the idea, I hope. I don't want to go into too much detail explaining everything. It's just numbers. You can just look at them yourself. So I'm gonna decide. I think I do actually want to put the plasma cannon on it because it's a new thing I unlocked that I haven't tried yet, so I want to kind of see that. I think this thing cannot use shields, so I will stick on armor. I thought this would use shields. Apparently not. He's going to have a lot of armor. He's going to have that plasma cannon to take down armor with, too. Yes, take down armor. So I'm going to play to its strength here and get more armor penetration. Even better. See, it's now up to 140%. And damage enhancement to make it do yet more damage. Right there, 110. That's not really that much of a difference. I'm going to ignore that. As its accuracy, 152. I'll go with range. Range is nice. Alright, there we have it. My FF looks at heavy tanks. Save. Oh wait, I almost forgot. Customize, yes! You can also change the vehicle's appearance. Let's say I want the heavy tank to look like, well, there's one that looks excessive. Well, that's neat. I kind of like the gun on that. I'm going to go with this one. Alright, so we'll make it, let's see, the body can be kind of blue there, and this layer can be don't want to actually put too much detail into it, but I feel like, alright, I'm tempted to. Alright, there we go, that'll do. Get a nice, some red highlights on the turret, we'll go with that. And matching the hole there, and purple gun. Okay, not a purple gun, that looks horrible. Well, looks actually decent. Whatever, we'll just make it match. So you can adjust the different layers of the vehicle's appearance. So as you see, I've designed it how I like it to look. Save, if that looks at heavy tanks. Alright. Go ahead and exit out of this. There are also turrets, well I should probably just go ahead and show you the turret's infantry. This is a turret, convenient for it to load like that. It works just like infantry. And there are different varieties you can pick from. It's good infantry. It's a little different, and this trucks, I suppose, or something I should touch on, but I'll touch on them later. Alright, so as you see, it's a guy. You can give them guns. There's a gun. Simple as that. Works just like any of the other things. Alright, so we'll jump right into the battles. Now yes. Okay. So I've done a few of the missions already, tried it out. And you can either play as the defender or attacker in everything but the first level, where you can only defend. You can also edit the levels and create your own. I'll show you that in a bit. There's an online mode where you can see a bunch of challenges that people have uploaded. You can see their ratings based on the community that's played them. That way you can find some good, that looks like it's been taken a lot. But, right. And of course, open up your own custom maps. And so we shall begin with the first level on defense, because it is a nice one that I can actually beat, so it won't be so embarrassing for me. Now, I'll go ahead and introduce you to the basic game mechanics. I am not used to the inverse mouse. I keep forgetting to change it. Right, so this up here, the victory point, 0 of 200, that is what the attacker needs to win. If they exceed 200, they win the map. They do that by getting to the far side. Let me see if it will actually show me. No, it won't show me. But it'll show me on that. No. Okay. But each unit is worth a certain number of supply points. Supply trucks are worth a lot more, but they're unarmed and completely defenseless, so they're kind of hard to get through. Alright. Infantry can be placed on defense along with turrets. Tanks cannot be placed, and mechs cannot be placed. I'm going to show you all my little purple designed ones that I've got here. And, you can also use airstrikes if you've unlocked them and are able to use them. Infantry can only be placed in bunkers and trenches, like so, eliminating your placement, and turrets can only be placed in certain enabled locations on the map. So I'm going to go ahead and start with some big, giant turret there, machine gun turret there, and start the battle. Supplies are up there. And this number up here means that you can only recruit so many of said unit. It will replenish over time through that little yellow circle. There are time controls like in most tower defense games, so you can speed up or slow down as needed. I'll go a little faster than the basic speed. Alright, looks like it's about to come in range. There it goes, and kapow. Okay, so that's shielded. That ballistic turret's not going to do that well, so I'm going to get up a beam defense turret right there real fast. Hopefully before they get there. Wait, no, ballistic is good against shields. So yes, it's going to destroy that very easily. And the beam will deal with any armor vehicles that come up behind it, so tanks, basically. Alright, I've got some machine guns to kill the infantry that are coming there. And a little more money so I can just split up some infantry. Units have firing arcs, so they'll only be able to shoot things in the arc. Like, for example, this thing will not be able to shoot this turret anymore because it's past it. There we go. Kill those off very easily. Pretty straightforward. This is a basic tower defense game. Nothing really fancy and new here, other than the placement of infantry, which, to be honest, performs just like a turret would. So, It just has a different type of defense, a type of weapon. It's neat. It doesn't really change things, though. Not that that's a bad thing. Tower defense games are popular for a reason. They're a lot of fun. And they're easy to learn and fun to play, and can get very difficult and complex, really. So, we get a large beam turret to help deal with anything sneaking past. Alright, now all these purple things are ones I've designed, that's why they're all purple. Don't blame the developer for it being all purple, that was me. You can make them look however you want. I feel like another machine gun turret there would be good. Alright, airstrikes. We'll go ahead and show you this. Target it quite simply. The delay ticks around the outside, and then it does a very devastating attack within its area of effect. So I should have timed it pretty well to hit this heavy tank. Good at this. And we'll be able to see that coming down shortly. Here it comes. We'll zoom in. There we go. There we go. Look at that damage line. Knocking this thing down really fast. An elephant heavy tank. Worth 110 victory points if it gets to the end. These are worth 110. So like 2 of these units getting through would do it. Fortunately, they're not going to get through because I'm kicking their butts. Kicking their butts. Kicking their butts. They're not going to get through because I'm kicking their butts. Have another large turret. Oh, it's still alive. Very, very heavy tank there. I like the one I just designed. There is a hospital truck. It's worth 200 victory points, which is good. It's unarmed, but it will heal nearby infantry. I also have repair versions of that, and of course the supply version, which will enable you to get a lot of victory points. Let's go with another... Let's go with the medium there. Ballistic. Are those both going to be ballistics up and down? Okay, dual beam. Dual beam. 2 dual beams. So I need more ballistic there. There we go, tank's finally down. My troops are actually fairly expensive for infantry, but they've got good equipment, so it makes up for it. Alright, well, this is the defensive mode of Gratuitous Tank Battles. Fairly straightforward and simple. Not a whole lot to show off here that's really different and innovative, other than, of course, the customizable units, which is the whole point of it. That is absolutely the point of it. If you believe the point is anything else, you are grossly mistaken. Hopefully I timed that well. It looks like it did. It should be fine. Of course, I've got a machine gun right there, so that should help. Knock out the ones close enough to the hospital truck, and I'll leave the hospital truck. Ambulance, I suppose, would be the word for it. Fairly well off. Ooh, that hit well. That was nice. Infantry will drop dog tags, which you can collect to gain a boost of supplies. This is ballistic, right? Medium ballistic, there we go. Might build a flamethrower behind. Alright, so I am dominating this quite handily right now. Drag's kind of slow. Now, I have some complaints about this UI. You'll notice that I've only got these units here, not the full collection. There we go. Now, see how there's a slide bar at the bottom now because I've got too many units, including the regular designs. It's a little small for my taste, at least at 1080p. So I run into the problem of I have trouble actually operating it to quickly get to the things. That's fixed by the division thing, but you also notice that it's constantly dragging my screen down because when you go below halfway on the bar, it will move your screen. And that is extraordinarily inconvenient. See the division maker here, where you can say new division, ballistic turrets. We'll just do this. Turrets. Alright, ballistic turrets. Now you can pick out just, I'll count that as a ballistic, it's a machine gun. Just your ballistic ones, or whatever you want in the particular setup, and then close that. There we go. And you can have just that and say I want to go to infantry. I've got a group of those, and then my turrets and defenses. So you can organize it, but the only way to cycle through them is using the tab key. It would be kind of nice if, like, you could put up a side window that would open up and you like choose them by name, or if it even said the name of the division when you selected it. It would be easier to find through. Like, if I'm tabbing quickly, I can only judge based on what I see. If I've got like 100 designs and I'm looking for anti-tank infantry, for example, I've got a collection of those, and I've got a bunch of similar infantry units together. It can be kind of hard to tell which one you're looking for. Fortunately, it's not a huge problem, but it is my primary complaint with the game is the UI right here that's going on with this. A few tweaks to this, and I can barely think of anything to complain about for this game. I really can't. It is very solid. Other than the occasional crash I've had, just perfect. It's great. I love it. It may not be everyone's cup of tea, but tower defense games never are. But if you like tower defense games, this is certainly a solid contender just with defensive mode alone. The big key being the addition of customizable defenses and, of course, tags. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the video briefly and exit out of this section. I'll win the battle, mute my Skype because you just heard it go, and we'll pick up when I finish this. Alright, when I cut, there was just that one tank left anyway, so it wouldn't have lasted that long. So you can look at your stats, of course, after a mission. I really just don't care, so I'm going to go ahead and continue. At the end of a mission, you get a random unlock, like I got this medium beam turret unlocked, and you have no control over that. If you win, you also get a choice of one of two items, like I get the choice of this level 2 reflex sight or this level 2 engine management. I'm going to go with the engine management. Alright, so now I'll be able to upgrade units with those things. Now I'll go ahead and show you an attacking battle, which I am just terrible at, so bear with me when I lose this, but attack. Now this is, of course, a rarer thing to see in a tower defense game is the attacking side. There are a few that are specialized in it and have varying degrees of success. Since this one has both modes included, it kind of works for anyone, whether or not you like to attack, defend, or do both. Alright, so this is the map. Normally, there are some maps that have multiple routes you can choose from. You are able to change the route. For instance, if there was a turnoff here, I'd be able to select this hex and have it go to the right or left instead of straight. Just like that. Alright, so I'm not going to look at my one infantry. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the units I've made. There we go. Now let me add my new... Where is it? Nope. There it is. FF looks at heavy tanks. Excellent. Alright, I will start off with one of those, using all of my supplies, but hopefully it'll break this early machine gun defense. Light laser cannon. I'm using it kind of as a spearhead, but unfortunately they picked the right defense for the unit I deployed, so I quickly need to get a mech behind it to follow that up. And then it's using shields and laser. How droll. It's the exact perfect defense for what I sent. Alright, so I'll send my actual tanks next. And it's just destroying my heavy tank. It's going horribly. It's just taking so much damage, doing nothing in return. My light, you'll notice that my faster light mech can't get past the heavy tank, so be careful of how you deploy your troops, because it will affect the bottlenecks. Put a slow tank in front, and it will absorb the first hits, letting your fast vehicles clump up behind it so they all come in one big wave. Like if I were to place a very slow unit back here, it'd have trouble actually catching up to the fight, whereas fast units will get in a nice line and keep up with each other. This box that dropped right here is a supply drop. If I can get a unit to that, I can build a supply truck and try to get that across. Send some infantry. I've sent one of everything now, so that looks cool. Although I don't get an airstrike or any fancy special ability on this. We go ahead and kick up the speed just a tad. There we go. If you go along a bit faster. Now, this is the timer at the top here. When this fully fills, you run out of supplies as the attacker. Anything you've got left on the field still has a chance to get to the exit, but if it has not gotten to the exit, then, well, if nothing gets to the exit, then you're done. You can't get any more new units. Alright, let's send a, well, they don't have any infantry yet, do they? Send another unit of that. There we go. Check that out. Flamethrower, not so troublesome. Excellent. Go ahead and deploy a supply truck just so you can see it, although I'm pretty sure it won't get through at the point where I'm deploying it. Let's throw a medium tank in front. No, medium tank behind it. So see, here's the problem I have with the brigades. Had to get all the way back to that. This is honestly my biggest complaint with the game, is the UI for the deployment here. It is just horrible. I don't like it. I just don't like it. And, yeah, I mean, I've told you why. Aside from that, I have no problems at all with this game. This game is phenomenal. I recommend this game if anyone likes tower defenses, wants to design their own units, that sort of thing. It's great. It's not quite as fancy as something like Defense Grid: The Awakening. It's got better graphics in that, and, you know, it's got the voiceovers and stuff like that. The story's fairly thin in this. It's just a framing device. The story being, of course, that World War I never ended. So this is World War I sometime in the distant future, where we've got mechs and lasers and such. It does provide some amusement in the manual if you read that, and some amusing text in the mission descriptions, but otherwise it is relatively irrelevant, and I have not been deploying anything at all. That's okay. I'll send my old heavy tank there. Alright, two big, heavy, stompy things that are really defended. My heavy mech has both armor and shield, so it's good at defending against anything. Alright, well, this line of stuff isn't going to get through that well. That's not so good. Speed it up a bit, send some light mechs behind here. Put out. I've lost my front two forerunners, and my infantry are getting torn apart. That supply truck will definitely not make it, although I did call it. It's not going to make it. There, it's going to go down. So sad. So sad and alone. Oh, let's send a pack of light mechs. Now you can prioritize targets. For example, if I want to focus something that it's good against, you can do that. I probably should do that more. Like, this is good against shields. That one's got shield, so I could, for example, have it hit that, but this one's already low. I have a chance of taking it out before my other vehicles get here. Let's send my medium Gatling tank, which is good at infantry killer. It'll be nice for when it gets to enemy infantry there. You can also see their status, shield, armor, whatnot. Their gun cooldowns, what equipment they have, and any damage they may have taken. So second Gatling, followed up with light mech, I think. Some speedy guys to close the gap between my heavies in the front. That is a rifleman, but that's okay. There we go. Broke through that outer turret defense. Nothing between my Gatling tanks and their infantry so far. They can keep up. Scooped up just a little more here. There we go, another light mech. That gun's not doing very well. Now it's automatically targeting the turret instead, which is a good move. I don't have to prioritize it. It's fairly good at figuring out. Now, one thing I really like about the attack mode is how you can see the AI dynamically building, selling, and whatnot with their turrets to effectively combat whatever you're doing. It's kind of like, well, you're the attacker in, say, Defense Grid: The Awakening, and you're watching yourself play against you or something like that. It's just different, I think. No like set preset defense that you just build a strategy to break through. They adapt to whatever you're doing as well, making it actually incredibly hard. I have lost attacking matches so much, and I've only won on the easiest difficulty. It's fairly embarrassing to say, but I'm saying it. I'm no good at it. Speed up a little more here. Try and get through this in fairly quick time. put it? Yeah, my army's just getting trounced here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to save up some supply and send like 3 heavies in the line. It'll give their defenses a chance to recover, but hopefully I'll hit them harder than they can handle it. Alright, so my heavy mech is 663. Heavy tank is 649. Need 1,200 to move those out. I was a little early there. And hopefully I'll be able to get a Gatling to follow them up. Just 5x3. I made all my vehicles fairly expensive. They've got great equipment, but that's not so good for swarming. I probably should make some cheaper designs that let me overwhelm the enemy defenses. Speed up a little more. Actually, looks like it's going somewhere now. Get back. It's fairly fast design I built, so it should catch up. Might be faster than my normal light time. Oh no, they're building a tower in there. Quick, I have to send a medium tank. I'll keep up with your faster. Medium tank. Come on, you guys can do it. You can break through. Should have put the heavy tank first. It's apparently the slowest. Heavy mech's gone down. Heavy tank's taking all the damage. Oh, it's going down so fast. Must get faster vehicles. Must support with these defenses. The Gatling. Alright, that's it. Amount of supplies, I don't have enough for even a unit of infantry that I've designed, but I can get another cheap one, I think. Or can I? There we go. Recruit rifleman. Alright, the air raid siren playing means that you are out of supplies, and anything you've got left is all you've got left. Does not look like I'm going to get 73 points for it. To be completely honest. I don't have much in the way of defenses past that, though. There's just that one flat cannon. Might get a key victory point. Oh, they're selling it. Oh goodness, they're selling it. That's done it. I'm going to get a few vehicles through. I can't believe they sold that. Why would they do that? I don't get it. It makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. Oh, they're selling that too. I was thinking it might actually come to range. Oh, they're building it there. That makes sense. I don't know how much that's going to stop though. Because my infantry are barely getting hit by that thing, they might actually sneak their way through. Oh, that's unfortunate. I don't think these guys are going to make it. Look at that rate of fire. Holy cow. What is it using? Smart laser gun. You can do it, tanks. Oh no, no, no. Oh no. Alright, that's not even enough victory points for me to win, so it looks like you've got to see me lose one. Not terribly surprising given the setup, but no, nice little different machine gun right there. Alright, well, this is the attacking mode. It's fairly fun. I enjoy defending more, but it's the thing. Hey, heavy airstrike. Bonus. Alright, so that is the attack and defense mode. Now we'll take a look at that map we just played and hit edit here. This opens a built-in map editor that's really easy to use, tile mode. For example, if I want to make it super easy, I can do this. Does that work? I don't think that works. Nope. Let's try that. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. This needs a three-way thing. I guess 4 will do. go, and I'll just have a bit trailing off there because I can. Rotate, rotate. I guess there was a 3 thing then. I didn't need my little pointless road. Whatever, it works. And this thing can therefore become a 3 thing. Yoinks. Alright, sweet. So this is just gonna go this way. Perfect. See, now I have an alternate route. I can choose to take the long way, or I can go the fast way and just ignore their defenses. You can add props, and of course edit the type rain. Let's say I want a patch of snow there. Snow there. Yeah, random snow. Alright, let's do it. Save. Yes. Demonstration map. Description. This map is not for actual use. It is bad. Alright, we'll just get with that. Save. Are you saving? It's being a little slow about it. Alright, there we go. Excellent. So I'll exit the map editor. That's not what I meant to do. Custom maps, demonstration map. Attack. Any units. Alright. We can do it. She said so. Now this way you can design difficult defenses or attacks or what have you, and allow other players to try to beat your map designs. So I'm going to go ahead and open up with my heavy tank and start battle. Okay, route. I want it to go straight. Like it's already kind of moving. Alright, speed this up. We'll see if what I did works. I may actually need to, you know, learn how to do this properly, but, you know, it is what it is. A map designer I am not. I just talk about it. It's my thing. Alright, I'll drop supplies and then correct that. Are we going straight? I hope so. I haven't actually done a mission where I've needed to change routes. I don't know if I did it right in the map editor. Okay, we're going straight. Works for me. Hey, they used one of my turrets. Oh, he broke off there. That's not so convenient. R. Oh, okay. Well, I guess because he went so slowly, he forced them to go all the way around. That's fine. Works for me. Alright, we're not actually going to finish this. I'm just going to go ahead and exit here. Yes, I want to abandon the battlefield. Alright, now I can look at a player-made map. You can try that for yourself if you get it. It's the same thing as the other maps. There's a profile online screen where you can save your, you can rename your regiment, you can rename your commander and stuff like that. I can't show it to you because the serial key is on that page, so it updates to the website with that. And unfortunately, there's no cover for it or anything, so I'm not going to put that on the video. The option screen is fairly straightforward. It has everything you need. I need to do that. Thank you for reminding me. And there you go. This is Gratuitous Tank Battles from Positech Games. If you like the look of this, also check out Gratuitous Space Battles, their previous title. Most of you have probably heard of it already. It's a fairly largely known title. And it's design your fleet and set up your ships and give them some basic orders, and then watch the battle unfold without actually having direct control over them. Alright everyone, this has been FilibusterFox taking a quick look at Gratuitous Tank Battles. Thank you for watching, and join me next time. Have a great day.